wants it. He wants his first Korean Star League win. He says to make him feel more fulfilled. He's one win away from taking that. He's #1 in WCS, but still hasn't won a Korean title.
It's kind of absurd that he's made so many points and he hasn't had that big win yet. Tonight, it's certainly looking like he might take it. I mean, he is on match point now. He's certainly found his way in to, he's found the way to break ByuL at this point. ByuL's struggling time and time again. He got that one win, but it was an 8-pool build order win. Yeah. Beyond that, he hasn't found anything in these games.
Just to further elaborate on what you were talking about, how does he have so many points? How does herO #1 without a Korean win? He has been top 4 in 11 Premier tournaments this year. Or rather, over the past 2 years, I would say. A lot of those this year. And he's, many of those, of course, he even won. He won 3 IEMs in recent times. This guy is on fire. He's a great player. He knows how to play his opponents. He has had trouble in Star Leagues, but he's in his first Star League finals. This is ByuL's second. They are teammates, but herO is 1 win away from so much money.
So many points.
Yeah, he's already got so many points, but he's going to get even more.
He doesn't actually need that. All he wants right now is that trophy. That trophy he does not have yet. It's the one thing missing in his career. Same for ByuL, arguably. I mean, ByuL in his second grand finals. This could be his second blowout as well if he keeps losing like this. One more game, he's got the same result as he did in the last GSL.
Exactly. Losing to Rain, 1-4. Not the score you want. The same loss he had versus Pult in WCS America. He wants this finals win. We're going to go into 5th game on Vonnie Research Station right here, right now, the Season 3 Grand Finals.
올라갔으니까 더 잘하고 사랑해.
In the red, the top of the map, it is ByuL. Down in this series, needs a lot of wins to make it back.
He's 3 in a row now if he wants to take this championship. And down here in the south, on match point, it is herO. Look at the closings out here on Vonnie Research.
A huge cheer in the crowd for herO. In fact, despite the fact that most fans coming to this are saying they think herO wins, almost everyone I talk to says, I think herO wins, but I want ByuL to win. A ton of Korean press people are asking me, people have been asking me all day, who do you think's going to win? And I'm like, I really have no idea. And people keep asking me, if you had to predict a score and who's going to win, who do you think takes it? And I said, well, I think herO 4-1. People ask me why, and I said, well, I look at his results versus Rain, ByuL's results versus Rain, that is, him choking. And I look at his results versus Pult even in that finals. Also, ByuL's results versus Classic in last season of Star League, where he lost, he lost momentum, he lost control, and just looked weak in the series, even though he normally looks so much better.
It really seems like a mentality sort of thing when it comes to the grand finals. He just has these big problems. He sort of gets mentally blocked. He gets frustrated. He can't really survive these big series. He did it against TY in the semifinals, but here today, unless we're starting to see a big turnaround, it could just be a 4-1.
It's hard to get into someone's mind like he got into TY's a little bit when you're playing against a teammate. It's also the pressure of being on a grand final stage where you already lost the first time. Even the main MC here is saying, are you going to cry again? Are you going to lose again?
That's a ruthless thing to say, but I guess it's the question he had to ask. And ByuL seemed confident. He seemed confident in that interview, but we just haven't seen that sort of play yet.
Well, the night is still young, but the series may not be. If he loses even one more game, it's all over, and he'll have to take his shot at the GSL, where most people, I suppose, after 2 losses in a row would expect him to repeat a similar performance should he make that GSL finals, but let's not get ahead of ourselves here.
Certainly not. He's not out of it just yet. This is a decent map for ByuL, but not a bad one for herO either. It's just going to come down to third base. What does herO want to do in this game, and what does ByuL get done? What does he read? So I think it's a bit easier on this map to get an Overlord Scout and kind of figure out exactly what the Protoss is doing. So let's see if ByuL can do that this time around.
Yeah. He's already got 3 bases up insanely early, taking his backdoor bases, not taking any gold-based risks, as herO might expect his teammate to do on this map. He's just simply going to play straight up. This pro position is somewhat suspicious. The Zling is just, oh, he turns it around. He's going to check. He checks every nook and cranny on this map.
Big find there. That's a really important one to see. Stopping those probes from out on the map. It's going to be a forge here, so most likely that 3-base style. Taking that early third with a +1. Very common, very standard, very safe.
What do you think that pro was intending to do? Just go for a later scout?
I think it might have been a later scout, but it's hard to say in that situation. It's such a weird place to be.
Yeah, it's not a good place to hide a Stargate, you know. It's a bit strange, but he did add the forge instantly after that, so definitely changing plans to a certain extent, I would say, based on that scout. He is going to try to send this later scout to ByuL's base.
Yeah, try and figure out exactly what the gas timings are, where these extra bases are, if there's a 4th on the way anytime soon. And we're going to see him go for that 4th base of his own, the 3rd base of his own.
Yeah, very quickly at like 6:15. This probe, you know, got scouted early, so the queen actually came to deny. All he sees is this one unfinished gas. A good placement here for ByuL because a hallucination scout will likely check the backdoor bases first for gases, but he still sees that gas is on the way, so he knows to a certain extent that this is kind of coming his way. That's, you know, some sort of tech is coming up, rather, not that he's going totally gasless. He might be expecting, from seeing the gases at 3rd base, that a lot of gas will be taken, but it's only 2 at this point in time.
Yeah, generally very smiley from Zergs. They've learned to take those outside gases that get scouted the easiest, so it kind of really puts Protoss in the dark about how much gas is actually being mined for the Zerg player and where they're going with their tech.
It's actually a pretty good time for ByuL as well. This Phoenix scouts the lair because he had just started. He doesn't know how far along it is. It might be almost finished. It might be a rush to lair, but he doesn't know. In fact, it's just started. 13 drones coming in as soon as ByuL sees that this has been scouted.
Very healthy drone count right now. 59 on 3 bases, and more gases are being taken. 2 more. Make that 4 more. He's going up to all gases. So most likely going to be into a Hydrotech at some point, unless he wants to go 4 quick mutas behind some Roach Ling.
The Nexus is finished. No doubt ByuL knows about this, but he's just going to take the economic defense, or, you know, response, rather than being aggressive on the back of this. We're going to see the Twilight Council. It's going to be for Blink and +2, kind of herO's bread and butter. It's why he's got the Blink logo. It's why he's got it on his shirt. It's why it's on his, you know, it's his emblem in this tournament.
It's what he's based his career on, Wolf. It's what he's all about. It's his identity at this point. Yep. He does it so well. He does it better than any other Protoss. This is a great map for it. It's a great build order he's done so far. And with the addition of gateways, we could just see a simple, you know, Blink Stalker Sentry timing onto the 4th base eventually of ByuL.
This is somewhat tilting, in fact, this patrol. Emphasis on the troll there on the patrol. He sees the Spire, and he just wants to let ByuL know, like, I've already seen you.
I know your style. I know your strategy.
He also wants to see if he's going to cancel it, I guess, but ByuL even ignores it. So he knows that it's still underway. It's coming up.
Look at this empty 3rd base as well, mind you. So that kind of gives you a big tell about, okay, he's not investing in 6 gas. He doesn't really want to go beyond what he's got right now. So it's most likely going to be a very gateway-heavy style. And we've seen so many gateways go off. I mean, look at that SimCity at the 3rd base.
Oh, check this out. Flying Locust, but he's going to have to survive first. 9 spines on the way.
Well, I didn't know about this, because you know what herO can do with Blink? He can go into the main base. He can completely avoid the spine crawlers at that 3rd, bypass them, and just deal with everything else.
Oh,
crush the economy.
The trend continues. Lings get in the main. He's going to have to warp in. Stalker's at home. Interesting choice. And that actually is not going to be the best at defending these Lings. He's actually just going to run past them and go into the 3rd base now. Those spines are going to be exactly what herO runs into first. He doesn't know about them yet, and with enough Ling production back at home, he should be able to slow this down and stop those kind of Blinks you're talking about, but this is still a scary push coming across the map. Look at this, 12 more spines.
He's bringing it back. It's been a long time since we've seen the Swarm Host spine crawler style, but it's like ByuL has got a surprise for herO. Let's see what herO does.
Dare you to blink into this one.
Yeah, seriously. He's going to try for the main base, I guarantee it. But there's already spine crawlers up there.
He's even repositioning them. There are so many spines on this map right now. Wish you had an observing PC for that fact alone. I wish I could count them for you guys.
Oh, right.
He's got no angle of attack here.
I think it will have to commit to that main base. You know, there's a lot of creep missing from that right side, so he can edge his way up if he wants.
It's so risky to go for a blink into the main now with 30 Lings about to pop. Is he just going to try to break this? I guess so.
Wow.
Spines want to be repositioned with perfect blink micro. He does win this fight, but 30 more Lings are about to pop out.
it's costly, but he can do it. With these more links on the way. Granted, they are unupgraded, so he can deal with them as well pretty handily.
Especially with this time warp here, just going to keep on the fight. Flying Locusts are almost done, as well as this Nidus network, but he needs to live a little bit longer before those are actually going to be useful. More spines being repositioned, remade here.
Oh, look at how many Swarmos there are as well.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I know it sounds funny, but they're going to use that swoop ability to get on top of these Stalkers.
That's super funny. It's super unusual. You can target him down there.
Oh no, they're in the wrong place.
Oh, he might have to recall out. That's a lot of lings here.
Yeah, even with the spines out of position, he sees the Flying Locust as well. He's going to blink down into the natural. He's trying to find something here. Mothership Core with 85 hit points left, so he should easily be able to recall, but he's not getting a good trade out of this one.
Oh, this is not too bad though. Right behind there, these Locusts will run out eventually.
Oh, he's trying to go to the Mothership Core though, 22 health.
Is he just going to completely trade out these Stalkers for this? I mean, he's doing a lot of damage, but beyond that, down goes the Mothership, but now the Queens are under attack.
All right, well, herO does take a pretty big supply lead, considering this is a PvZ. Swarmos are actually not here to defend, and he needs lings. He's actually losing a lot of workers.
I think he's going for the pocket natural with these Swarmos.
That's the plan. That's the play here. The Flying Locusts are going to come in.
Oh,
we saw
man.
Rogue win a game with this. He killed a Nexus with this. In fact, 2 Nexus.
They're trying to get up there to give vision, and they give vision just in time. Not many links here. Might not be enough to deal with these upgraded Stalkers.
Yeah, you know, I think it's actually going to be enough, but here come those Swarmos. And the Locusts coming in. There's the swoop.
Right for that Nexus. And that should be able to take it down. They do a lot of damage.
And ByuL can switch into Mulus as long as his Spire survived. I believe it did. He's going to the Pathogen Glands instead. This attack here not finding much. He's running into quite literally a wall. He does blink past it. Going to these Queens.
Oh, if he gets behind this could do huge damage. He could actually take out a base here.
The Swarmos are coming back. The Nidus is going to be killed, so they're not going to be able to go for another attack, but he has killed that Nexus. So the warping potential here is a lot reduced.
He's got to be careful where he blinks. That's a lot of Spine Crawlers at the front there. Looks like he's going to get the hatchery for sure before those Swarmos get another charge of Locusts.
Yeah, they definitely will. Oh, he's going to try to get in here. The Swarmos do spawn their Locusts before the Stalkers get in. He's cleaning up most of them. And don't forget, he's always got this bank to make Mutalisk. I wish I could get you to check, because I know you don't have the Observing PC, but I'm pretty sure that Spire survived.
Well, at the very least, he's going to go for Investors behind this, which is also a very powerful tech choice to go against Blink Stalkers like this.
He's making another Nidus. This one still survived, so it's just all about getting the Swarmos back into position. That's exactly why herO sends these Stalkers over here. He knew where the Swarmos would be. If he clears the Overlord as well, it can't be remade, but he doesn't.
Yeah, I guess he lets it go. He's scared about what's coming his way.
A funny units lost tab, you very rarely see the Protoss with more units lost than the Zerg in this matchup, since the Swarmos was essentially removed from the meta.
Yeah, in a big way. Well, look at this. More Stalkers are out there. They're going to be looking for these Swarm hosts.
He's actually just going to try to drop these Locusts and walk away.
Snipe on the Nexus again.
It could happen. That's enough. That's enough Locusts. And there's the Mutalisk, which I was talking about. Turns out the Spire does live. Stalkers have to stay at home here. And he's actually just going to trade the Stalkers for the free units.
That makes sense. Just get them out of the way. Make sure he does not lose any more economy. But these Mutas are going to have another thing to say about that.
And those probes are long distance mining. They're very vulnerable right now. There's nothing to protect them, as well as the Mothership Core. If he loses that, that's going to make things even worse. He's trying to get +3. And he's just trying to go pure Blink Stalker versus this comp.
He's the best
kill these Stalkers.
Yeah, it's only 3 Stalkers against 11 Mutas like this. Mutas want to kill those probes, so wants to do the economic damage. Keep building that momentum in terms of economy while he goes for a 4th base eventually.
And keep in mind, ByuL does not have the best economy behind this either. He's at 61 drones on 3 base. His main base is about to mine out, but he's got so many Spine Crawlers.
Oh, look at that as well.
More Nidus potential. He's just going to go for the Nexus snipe. He's losing a lot of Mutalisks here. Forces a Nexus cannon to be used.
I guess they kind of keep everything in the main base there, but Stalkers might be in place to deal with these Locusts. We'll see.
All right, here we go. Locusts going to go ahead and drop out their Flying Locusts and escape. Again, he's not going to risk losing them. And they should be able to kill the Nexus yet again here. We do see a Stargate switch.
Oh, yep, here we go again. And the rest of the Stalkers are out of place. A big warp in there. I don't think it's going to stop these Locusts. Zealots from behind. They could
the Mutas come in. The Mutas come in. They're going to target down the Nexus. He does get it.
Oh my god.
Grabbing a probe or 2 on his way out as well. And he's forced these Stargate transition, but ByuL isn't making more Mutalisks. He's keeping 4.
I mean, that was a mistake. He should have known that for sure, because Mutas were not coming its way. They got shaved down to such a pitiful number at this point.
They have no upgrades either.
Nothing like that. So
I think he knows now. He's like, oh, your Mutalisk ball is like a rubber band ball. It's like nothing.
I wonder what else he makes behind this, though. I mean, I don't think he can really make Tempest. Void Rays, maybe. Well, how can you use these Stargates at this point? I guess at the same time, you could make Phoenix.
Phoenix is a control of the map. You can make Void Rays, not Void Rays, Tempest if he switches to.
Well, look at that. He's going to go for the. He's going to go for ranged Phoenix, so he's going to go the hard counter for mutas. They're still going to have a lot of viability though.
Yeah, they're going to be able to harass a lot because there's spines on the ground, no spores really. They can also catch the Phoenix, the Swarm. Also, I'm actually losing my mind. It's so exciting. Now he's moving these Mutalisks again into position to try to see if he can find an opening at this third base, coming into the middle of the map with a group of Lings as well that do have 1-1 upgrades
they
now.
could just run into the main base as well, and they do.
herO needs to be on point with this. He's also going to scout the Phoenixes.
Oh, this is not good at all. He's going to lose so many pros for this.
Oh no, and the Swoop Locusts are going to come in on top of the Stalkers. He can actually just wipe them, and that's exactly what he's going to do, killing more Stalkers here.
Oh, very on point. He's going to go for that Nexus
He
again.
goes for the Nexus.
Could he actually lose this again? I think he will.
I think he will.
Oh, man.
Down it goes. 100 hit points, down to 0.
Right at the end of all things, it does go down. It was actually pretty close, closer than I expected, but that's the third time it's gone down, and these Ling run buys should not be happening.
Yeah. Now, ByuL needs to be careful about his gas spending going forward here, but he is moving the Spine Crawler Forest, man. It's like a rainforest. It's an entire ecosystem of spines moving down here.
Beautiful thing.
It's a great migration of spines.
Spine migration.
Oh,
Phoenix.
man. Phoenix is flying right into mutas, or rather into infestors, and he just misses every fumble.
So good. Losing one of them there, at the very least. And we are seeing herO move up into the map. Looks like he's going to try something here, but does he really want to against that many spine crawlers and infestors?
Well, it's always a liability. Even if he blinks left here, I don't think he really wants to commit to this.
Wow, that is so many infestors. And now, Ultras are on the way.
Ultras on the way. He needs a little bit more time for them. The Fungos are going to continue to lock these Stalkers down. He's killing a lot of drones here. But if he doesn't kill this hatch, the drones are just going to come back. And even if he does kill this hatch, it's going to be at a big price. Where's the Mothership Core? He needs it.
Here's the Ultras. They're going to be making their way in now. He does need that Mothership Core ASAP or he loses everything.
I think it's just out of position. I think I see it on the mini-map below the spines. GG. ByuL will take the win in a very crazy fashion from Flying Locust to 30 spines. It was a crazy build.
Was that ByuL or was that Rogue, man? That's something we'd see from Rogue time and time again. He's really the only player that's made use of this almost effectively like that. It looks like ByuL had been keeping something in his pocket for this kind of situation.
Well, this series is not over yet. ByuL has brought us back to a 3-2 score. He's still on match point, herO is. Still 1 win away. Sora in the booth. Talking, I know there's a lot of CJ players down here. The coach is staying out of it. We got a lot of pro gamers giving advice. A lot of friends on the team. We actually have some amateur pros,